Welcome back to Train the Dragon. My name is Dustin, and it's a pleasure to work with you, men and the women that love them, to help you guys be able to transform the inner dragon inside of you for Christ. Well, welcome back. This episode is called Feed the Dragon, a space for men who choose strength over shame, discipline over impulse, and Jesus Christ over lust. If you're here, you're not broken. You're powerful. Power requires training. A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very dangerous man who has that under voluntary control. And the purpose of the gospel is to transform us. I'll give you a tale of Boromir and the fading fire. In elder days, in the kingdom there was a knight named Boromir, a loyal guardian who desired with all his heart to serve the king. Boromir was brave in battle and faithful in oath. His sword was sharp and his armor strong. Yet over time, something strange began to happen. Though his loyalty to the king remained firm, his strength began to fade. His thoughts grew cloudy, his patience shortened, his heart felt restless and heavy. When he knelt to the chapel of the fortress to seek the king's guidance, the silence felt distant, as though his mind were wrapped in fog. Boromir feared something terrible. Have I lost my devotion to the king? But the elder healer, the citadel, looked upon him with wisdom and said, "No, young knight, your devotion has not faded. You are simply trying to serve the king without feeding the dragon that carries you." For every knight in the kingdom carried within him a great dragon of fire, a source of strength, courage, passion, and drive. But a dragon that is not fed with rest, nourishment, and light grows wild, weak, and confused. Instead of serving the knight, it began to disturb his mind. And a knight whose dragon is starving cannot ride into battle without clarity. When men want to change but feel stuck, many men sincerely want to move their lives towards Jesus Christ. They want to become stronger husbands, wiser fathers, more disciplined men, but they encounter a frustrating barrier. They struggle to regulate their emotions, think clearly, fear spiritual directions, maintain focus and discipline. And many assume the problem is lack of knowledge. But often, the deeper problem is something simpler: lack of energy. The dragon inside of them is not properly fed. I'll refer to Dr. Eric Berg. He's a health educator, chiropractor, and one I refer to today. Our bodies are connected. We're a biological energy system. When the body lacks proper nutrition or stable energy, the brain begins to struggle. The common causes include unstable blood sugar, excessive sugar and processed foods, poor sleep, vitamin and mineral deficiencies, chronic stress hormones. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes, the brain experiences irritability, brain fog, fatigue, poor impulse control. In other words, a foggy brain creates a foggy mind. But when the body receives proper fuel, nutrient-dense food, stable energy, hydration, and sleep, many people experience dramatic improvement in mental clarity, emotional stability, focus, discipline. Now I'll give you some wisdom from Sam Thielman, a family and addiction counselor. He teaches that emotional regulation is foundational for recovery and healthy relationships. Emotional regulation is foundational for recovery and healthy relationships. When a man becomes emotionally overwhelmed, his nervous system shifts to survival mode. In that state, logic shuts down. Impulses increases and emotional reactions intensify. Thielman teaches simple but powerful tools to regulate this nervous system. I'll call it the nervous system regulation dragon force. Pause before responding. Slow your breathing when emotions rise. Notice your body's sensations without reacting immediately. Remind yourself, I don't need to fix this. When urgency decreases, the nervous system settles. When the body settles, clear thinking returns. Why this matters. Many men believe their spiritual struggles come from weak faith, just like Boromir. But sometimes the problem is physical and emotional exhaustion. A man who is sleep deprived, nutritionally depleted, emotionally dysregulated will struggle to feel spiritual impressions, think clearly during prayer, and resist temptations, or even make wise decisions. Your spirit often speaks quietly, but chaos in the body can make it difficult to hear. How does this all relate to training the dragon? Training the dragon is not only about resisting temptation, it's also about stewarding your strength. Trained dragon needs nourishment, rest, discipline, and emotional regulation, and of course, spiritual direction. When a man feeds and trains his dragon properly, the same fire that once fueled chaos begins to fuel his leadership, his courage, his creativity, and his devotion to Christ. The dragon no longer drags the knight through the wilderness. The knight rides the dragon with purpose. The purpose of the gospel is to transform us. Christ transforms not only our sins, but our strengths. Christ transforms our bodies, our emotions, our minds through Him. Even the wildfire within us can become holy strength. Say with me softly, my mind can become clear. My heart can become calm. My strength comes from Christ. Remember, brothers, you were never meant to kill the dragon. You were only meant to train it.